he is Mexican Mafia, and in the offense to the officers that day, he also admitted that he is a sergeant in the Mexican Mafia.
All right, and this is criminal trial division sentencing.
I believe I handled the plea.
Okay.
There was a family member. I told them I was doing this.
All right, we're going on the record. Court is calling 2022 CR 7467, State of Texas versus Eric DeLumba. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense.
James Tochi for Mr. DeLumba, Judge.
And are you Mr. DeLumba?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea to count 1 of no contest on January 13th. Count 2 and the enhancement was waived without objection. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 15 years in the prison. The state is opposing your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. They're taking into consideration 2022 CR 8371, and there's to be no contact with Natalie Rodriguez. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and the TAP evaluation? State?
I have, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, ma'am.
Any objection to the PSI report? State?
No.
Defense?
No, Judge.
All right. Are there any witnesses? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense? Any witnesses? So this is just argument?
Yes, yes, Judge.
All right, state?
Your Honor, Mr. DeLumba has a criminal history going back to when he was a juvenile. But he was committed to TYC for 3 different offenses, starting in 1997. Since then, Your Honor, he has picked up an alarming number of serious felony charges, failure to stop and render aid, drug cases, 2 assault family violence cases, one of which was a felony where he got 2 years TDC. It looks like he's gotten 2 years TDC on 2 different dates, a 4-year TDC on a different date. He has gone to TDC for 12 years on a robbery. And of course, we're standing here today because he was indicted on the case he pled to, as well as another assault family second. Also notable is that he hasn't escaped from felony custody for 12 years. Your Honor, and you're looking at the facts of this case also, 19.867 grams of meth.
Excuse me. Who has the phone on?
I'm sorry.
Almost 20 grams of meth, Your Honor.
Use it to help control my weight problem.
This is a level of possession that is indicative of having a large network, a large access to this type of drug, which we do know he is Mexican Mafia, and in the offense to the officers that day, he also admitted that he is a sergeant in the Mexican Mafia. Your Honor, this is an individual who there is no indication in his history in the current charges that he would be willing to turn his life around or benefit from probation at all. He has gotten a tremendous benefit with this bargain, given the fact that he was minimum 25, and he has been multiple times, and he has continually gotten the benefit of a bargain for that. Your Honor, it is the state's strong position that he be denied his application for probation, and we would ask for the full 15 years.
All right, defense?
Well, yes, he's got a very long, very bad history. I'm getting away from that, Judge. So it is what it is, and Eric comes to me the way he does. I think, and I have not gone back and looked at all of the arrests into this position, but my understanding in talking to Mr. DeLumba, I don't know this is true. I think Eric is the guy, or has been the guy historically, that just continually takes time instead of taking opportunities to try to rehabilitate himself.
Right, and counsel, this is the criminal history.
Well, I have that, Judge, and it is long and extensive. What I'm saying is those are his juvenile arrests, but on the felonies, I'm not sure if those were probations that were extended to him and accepted that resulted in pen trips. Now, he informs me that he's never actually done that. I don't know that, but what I can tell you is that cycle that you're looking at, he really truly would like to try and break. And the only way he's going to do that is if the court is willing to extend him a probation. Now, I know this is a large ask, but Mr. DeLomba would like to try to break that cycle right there. That's all I have, Judge. I don't know if he wants to talk to you.
Would you like to speak to me, Mr. DeLomba?
Do you want to talk to the judge? She gets to ask you questions. Be mindful of that.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you speak up, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, so my question for you, this misdemeanor case of assault, bodily injury, married, where you did 90 days in jail, what did you learn from that? I mean, what did you learn? Usually when people, well, you hope that when people go to jail, when people go to prison, they learn something. So I'm trying to figure out, what did you learn from that?
I don't know.
All right. And this unauthorized use of a vehicle where you received 14 months in the state jail facility, what did you learn from that?
I did.
Because see, yeah, I'm gonna need you to speak up so she can hear, okay?
I didn't learn from that.
All right, and then we have the 4 years in prison for the failure to stop and render aid. What did you learn from that? And then you have 2 years for possession. Did you learn anything from that? And then there's 9 months in the state jail facility for possession. Did you learn anything? And then the assault family second, 2 years. Did you learn anything? And then we have the felon in possession of a firearm, 12 years. Did you learn anything?
Yes, ma'am, and that, I did 9 years on that 12-year sentence.
And what did you learn?
I got college trades and everything, and I tried to help myself out. You know, I got caught up in the ways again, in the same cycle, I understand that,
Okay.
but I got my college, I got 3 college certificates, trades that I was trying to, use upon my release. You know, caught up again in that cycle, the drugs.
All right, and then this escape from felony custody where you did 12 years. What did you learn from that?
The same, that's all the same.
All right, and this escape from felony custody, is this actually an escape from prison or is this escape from a halfway house? What is this escape from?
No, it's just evading arrest.
Well, evading arrest is called evading arrest.
Exactly, but that's what I signed a plea bargain for.
All right, who are the parties on air to that for 12 years? And then now we have a new assault. This is what I always tell people. I look at people as individuals and sometimes you're at a different place in your life and hopefully everybody's learning. But criminal history is sort of like a credit report. It's sort of like if you have a credit report and your credit report is you don't pay your bills, then people may not want to let you get the vehicle or let you get the home. And so your criminal history is sort of a credit report for me to say, would this person be good on probation? Has this person learned anything? Have they not learned anything? Is there anything that can be done to help them? And then there are cases for me where it's this person needs to go to prison. You understand? So I'm looking at all of that, but I'm also looking at you as an individual. And for me, people are more than just their criminal history. All right. Counsel, do you have questions for your client?
Do you want to say anything? I don't judge, and I can see where this is headed. I just asked the court.
Well, I mean, we never know what road if we're turning to the left or right. the state may have some questions and we can see where they take this.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Mr. DeLamba, when you were sentenced for 12 years, when did you, or did you get paroled for that?
Yes, ma'am, in 2021.
So in 2021 is when you were released.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what was, let's see, what was the offense date for this? Mr. DeLamba, do you remember the offense date
July,
of what year?
2021,
So what month were you paroled from prison?
April.
So from April to July, you were able to accumulate a large amount of narcotics for sale. Okay, and that, is it safe to say that your role as a sergeant in the Mexican Mafia was a big part of that?
I'm an ex-member.
I'm sorry?
I'm an ex-member.
Okay, so when you were arrested for this, you did indicate to officers that you were. Correct.
I did not tell them that.
Okay. Where did you get the black brush with the screw top where you hid the drugs?
That wasn't mine. That was the brushes. Had red hair on it and everything. That was, into that. What they saw on me.
Okay,
And she informed the detectives that I was in possession of that brush with said drugs in it. It's the same person that put those songs on me.
okay, so you're saying those weren't your drugs?
It was mine and hers. It was. Yes.
Okay, so it was yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now